From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman, but with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. Let's get you right into your weather headlines because the storm system, it's knocking on our door, if not already made its way in at this point, depending on where you are. So we got rain, wind, high elevation snow, and even a chance for some thunderstorms here for today. So we're going to be talking about that in the deeper dive forecast in particular here. And we got the snow levels ranging between 4,000 and 5,000 feet today. Now, it will be drier and warmer here for the rest of the week. Starting to see the models get a little bit better alignment that at least the coast and some of the higher elevations could see some wet weather here over the weekend. But overall, I'm not expecting the valley at this point to see much in the way of rain, if anything. All right, let's take a look at Krueger's quick cast for your February 19th. Just a quick look at the forecast here for today. There's the cold front again. It's beginning to push on through. It'll be off to our east into Nevada by midday. We've got an area of low pressure right here. We've got the stream of moisture. That's the source of moisture for the storm system. And that's why some of us could see some heavy rainfall at times throughout the day today. And gusty winds, too. We're already seeing that this morning out towards Del Norte and Humboldt counties and even central Siskiyou County. But most of the winds will be gone, at least for these areas, before midday. In fact, by 9 o'clock this morning, winds are much, much weaker here for the coast. Still very gusty, though, for central Siskiyou County. So, still looking at the potential for gusts over 40, 50 miles per hour there. South winds, not, looking at wind advisory criteria, but you're talking over 20 miles per hour in the valley. And that's the case through the afternoon. But the good news is, winds really dying down for central Siskiyou County. Still looking at some strong winds even off to the east, and then, of course, winds starting to subside for this evening. But it looks like those winds may return again from the north for the valley at least, over a little over 20 miles per hour, and then it looks like that they'll finally die down again for your Friday. All right, so let's take a look at that forecast here. There you can see that cold front. So by 8 a.m., the cold front's already to the east of the valley. We're seeing the rain and snow in the higher elevations. Snow between 4,000 and 5,000 feet, and honestly, probably closer to 5,000 feet in most cases. Look at this. By 10 o'clock in the morning, it's actually fairly dry for the valley. As we go into midday, we may start to see some showers hit the north end of the valley. We could see a thunderstorm pop up for parts of the valley here as well. Really through the afternoon and into the evening, all of it pushing down to the south and east. Then by the time we go into tonight, this evening and tonight, it's pretty much out of here. And we'll be drying things out and clearing things out here for tonight and tomorrow morning. Hey, heading out to the Mount Shasta Ski Park. No new snow over the last 24 hours, but out at the summit, 104 inches of snow there. It's groomed and rider packed, depending on which run you're going down. Road conditions look clear for now, but that will be changing here for today, most likely seeing some of those chain requirements, mainly on Highway 89, though. I-5 should be okay as the snow levels will be above that. But, on top, what we're going to see here today, yeah, we're talking upwards of 4 to even close to 7 inches of snow, especially some of the higher mounts out at the summit. Now, again, you can see this morning, there are no chain requirements, but as I mentioned, I do think that may change here as we take you through the afternoon today, especially for Scott Mountain and for Cedar Pass. But I mean, even Highway 89, it's borderline. So if you're heading out on Highway 89, do note that, especially as we go into the afternoon, that you may start to see some slushy conditions out there. And of course, the Ski Park Highway from 89 to the ski park, you're probably going to be dealing with snow there as well. So you might want to bring your chains if you're heading out to the ski park. Otherwise, I do expect improving conditions, although still probably some leftover snow on Highway 299 east on Cedar Pass. And of course, maybe some chain requirements over some of those higher mountain passes east of I-5, mainly above 5,000 feet. All right, so for today, I'm expecting upper 50s to about 60 in the valley. For the mountains, mainly in the 40s. And for the coast, you're looking at those temperatures somewhere in the low to mid 50s for your daytime highs there. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. There's the wet weather here for the valley. Maybe a straight thunderstorm, by the way, this afternoon. And then I've got you dry all the way through the weekend into next week. We're going to have to watch Saturday in particular. There may be a stray shower that could hit parts of the valley here on Friday, but mainly dry. And look how much warmer it's getting. We're going to get a little bit of early taste of spring here as we go into Monday, Tuesday with some low 70s in there. Taking a look at the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. Dry for Thursday, Friday, and then over the weekend, inland and the coast in particular, a chance for some rain, maybe even some showers here on Saturday for Trinity County, but most of it should push to your north by Sunday, and then dry for Monday, Tuesday of next week. Siskiyou, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains, I've got you mainly dry for Thursday, Friday. Now, for Siskiyou County, Saturday, Sunday, it may clip you. You may see a stray shower here and there, but high snow levels, by the way, probably 5,000 feet or higher. I'm going to keep you dry, though, over the weekend for Alturas and Susanville, and, of course, dry going into early next week. All right, that's a look at Krueger's Quick Cast. Do want to remind you there is a free Weather NorCal app. Just go to your app store, search for Weather NorCal, and you'll see this logo right here. Tap Install, and you've got everything Weather NorCal has to offer right there on your phone. And, you know, the best part it's hyper-local. It's all about being local. All right, so let's take a look at the satellite image here, kind of the big picture. Big area, there's an area of low pressure right here. This is the stream of moisture that we're tapping into. You can call it a pineapple express, right? And so this area of low pressure is tapping into that, squeezing out the moisture, and we're seeing that rain. The cold front is moving in this morning, but by noon, it will be over western Nevada. It'll be off to our east at that point. All right, so again, let's walk you through the timing of all this. Here's the cold front at about 6 a.m. It pushes by 8 a.m. In 2 hours, it goes from to the west of the valley to the east of the valley. So again, this is a quick moving system. So you get that burst of some gusty winds, some moderate to heavy rainfall at times here for the valley through the early morning hours. And then by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, it's for the most part drying out, not as active. Most of it's to the north and to the east at that point. Here's 10 a.m. Now the cold front is situated right about here in the eastern mountains, and we're seeing that area of low pressure. We saw that spin in the atmosphere. That's going to be kind of impacting north and west of the valley. Heavier rainfall there, snow levels between 4,000 and 5,000 feet. All right, so noon today. We're still seeing it mostly to the north here. We're seeing those scattered showers and some heavy rainfall in some areas. Now there may be enough instability, not only for a stray shower, but maybe even a thunderstorm here. And these thunderstorms look pretty intense based on futurecasts. So we could be looking at brief periods of heavy rainfall. You're talking about the potential for not only hail, but maybe accumulating hail. And of course, frequent lightning and gusty winds associated with those thunderstorms. That's at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Take it at 4 p.m. Now it's mainly down to the south here. Maybe some thunderstorms around Chico, Corning, Oroville. Then we take it about 6 p.m. Thunderstorms mainly over Oroville, but look at everywhere else. It's beginning to dry out. And then by tonight, it's done with. And we're dry for Thursday. So we take you through the day on Thursday. You got mainly sunny skies. And then on Friday, look at this. Here's Thursday night. We're dry, right? We see some clouds moving in Friday through the morning and afternoon, and we've got another system. Now, this one looks to mainly just clip Northern California. So some of the typical spots that see rain with these types of systems would be Del Norte, Humboldt, Trinity County at this point for this one, and western Siskiyou County, and really good parts of Siskiyou County, and maybe even northern Shasta. So these areas here on Saturday could be looking at some showers. It may even clip the extreme north end of the valley here for Saturday as well. Something worth watching. We'll see. How much rain can we expect here through Friday afternoon? Actually, of course, most of it's going to be today. Again, it just depends where you are. Some of these numbers are going to be a lot higher for some of you, maybe a little bit lower. Just depends who gets caught under some of these heavier downpours and maybe even a thunderstorm in the valley. Otherwise, you can see not even that much for the coast, once again, simply because this is a fast-moving system. I was talking about that cold front this morning on the coast. By midday, it's off into Nevada. And you have to go up pretty high in elevation to see any kind of significant snow. So, you know, mountain impacts as far as travel is concerned, yes, wet roads, but you're going to have to go above 5,000 feet before you start running into issues here with chain requirements. So again, you can see there's the peak of Mount Shasta. There's a look at some of the higher elevations in the mountains. Yeah, you have to go up pretty high before you start seeing upwards of a foot of snow, right? But you start getting below that, you're just not seeing as much snow and it's not as much of an issue. So again, this morning, there's the cold front. Midday, Cold front off to our east, as I was talking about. But still, cold and unstable air behind it, a swirling area of low pressure that's going to help to destabilize the atmosphere. But then by Thursday, Friday, it's dry for everyone. There's the approaching cold front on Friday, though. It's just going to clip Northern California as we go into Saturday. See, there it is. You see how we're seeing most of the rain here to the north and west of the valley. That pushes through. We may see Sunday morning in particular, same area seeing some of those showers, but then by Sunday afternoon, it kind of kicks out because high pressure settles in. Got to watch this system right here. That may impact us around Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. But high pressure, I mean, it's really building in. And these are the warmer temperatures I was talking about in the low 70s as we go into the middle part of next week, and really even maybe a little bit sooner than that. Again, we do have that wind advisory for central Siskiyou County, Del Norte, and Humboldt counties, but those winds are going to be quickly dying down here through the morning. By 9 a.m., much calmer for the coast. Still very gusty in central Siskiyou County, south gusty winds for the valley, and a bit breezy gusty off to the east. By midday, most of the winds are in the valley to the east. Even central Siskiyou County is seeing weaker winds. Very good news. By this afternoon, the winds are going to be calmer for most of us. Now, it looks like we could see those north winds return Thursday around midday for the valley, maybe gusts over 20 miles per hour. That continues through Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, but then by Friday, most of those winds should be down and shouldn't be as bad even for all of Northern California. We still have the drier than normal conditions here in the longer range, but again, keep in mind we've got today, we've got this weekend with that potential for some showers here, especially for the coast and the higher elevations. We're still seeing on average a little over a foot drop in that elevation for Shasta Lake, so we're now down to 78% capacity. Still over 80% capacity though for Trinity and Oroville. We've seen a slight drop in the last 24 hours for Trinity Lake and Lake Oroville. Want to show you this again, kind of fun to show. Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty cool here so far for the month of February, especially the first week and a half. They're starting to increase a little bit here, but still below normal temperatures. Now, again, I've been pointing this out over the last several days because you look at this map and yeah, we've got much warmer weather in store for us in the longer range. Just as an example to show you Redding, you know, we're actually climbing above normal here as early as Thursday, but we're getting into the 70s by early next week, and we could see 70s, low 70s through a good portion, if not all, of next week. So a little bit of a taste of spring here with those temperatures as we go through next week. Taking a look at your wave heights for today, they're actually starting to stay fairly high, and you can see on Thursday we're not going to see much of a change. So we look at the marine forecast, southwest winds at about 10 to 15 knots. They'll probably die down a little bit by this afternoon, but we do have that small craft advisory through the afternoon. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures in the upper 40s to about 50 for that daytime high. There you can see the wet weather here for today, Saturday, maybe lingering into Sunday, but I think most of the activity on Sunday for you, Trinity County, will be to the north of you on Sunday. For the North Coast, I don't anticipate a lot of rainfall for places like Garberville on Saturday, Sunday, as most of it will be to the north. But you can see here, we're seeing inland, there's Saturday, Sunday, a chance for some of that rain, and then drying out by Tuesday, Wednesday. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, wet today, dry Thursday, Friday. Some of those showers could make their way into especially central western Siskiyou County for Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, it dries out. Modoc County, I'm keeping it dry for the most part over the weekend. You know, could some of those make their way into Modoc County Saturday? Sure, not entirely out of the question, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Today is really the main event. You can see off in the eastern mountains, also keeping it dry through the weekend into early next week, and seeing those warmer temperatures too. Your Valley neighborhood forecast to the south, brought to you by Walgamith Painting. Those temperatures should be in the low 60s, dry also through the weekend, and around 70. Here's your 7-day forecast for Chico, and temperatures in the mid-60s for Thursday, Friday. We could touch 70 as early as this weekend, but I think that we're going to hold off on most of the 70s through next week. Let's take you up to the north. 52 degrees for Lakehead, 58 degrees for Redding, 58 degrees in Cottonwood, and 59 in Red Bluff. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. Temperatures mid-60s through Saturday, upper 60s on Sunday, and yeah, there are those low 70s getting much warmer by early next week. That's your morning update. I'll be back again at noon. Have yourselves a great morning. We'll see you then.
Barr & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Bar and Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.